So we're going to be going over 3 common defenses that you need to know. In the armbar, the hitchhiker, the stack, and the elbow to the floor defense. Now, first and foremost, there's all kinds of defenses to the armbar, but I would say a majority of them are just variations of the 3 that I just mentioned. So your hitchhiker is your, oh man, end of the road, we need to get out of this. You're already being extended on the armbar and you need to shake a move. And then you have your stack. That's an armbar that you see coming from a million miles away, and you can manage to either get to your knees, you're already to your knees, and you're putting forward pressure into the person trying to armbar you. It can end up being a battle. And then the elbow to the floor is kind of in between the stack and in between the hitchhiker and urgency. It can be one of the more intense defenses because you make a wrong move in any one of these, but more or less this one, it could be the end of it. But they all lead to good positions and good passes. So I am going to go over the end position that you end up in so that you can take a more advantageous approach to your defending. So let's start from a regular armbar. So in this regular armbar, like I said, we're going to go from the end of the road to the more prepared escape. So if I'm right here and Sean goes to fall back and he just armbars me, that's an armbar. So when he gets close back where he's falling and I can no longer grab my hand and do this, I need to point my thumb this way and I need to turn and look completely away from the direction his hips are pointing. And now I'm going to take my shoulder and I'm going to walk onto the mat. And now my head stays on the mat right here. I want to be careful about lifting my head up because I can end up getting thrown in a triangle if I pop my head up like this. It's going to throw me into a triangle. So look, I'm right here. I'm going to go around and end up in a side control position, taking his back, whatever. It's better than being in an armbar. So one more time from that hitchhiker. That's the hitchhiker right there. Remember, you're always pointing your thumb when you get into this position. You always want your thumb to point away in a direction because we have something in jiu-jitsu called the rule of thumb, and that is him falling back and his thumb being pointed up. Now go ahead and grab my arm again. And if I can change the direction of the thumb by pointing away, it gives me a good opportunity to escape my arm. So now we also have the elbow to the floor escape, and that's when he's still trying to attack the armbar. I have my hands. Now I'm gonna take my outside elbow and get it under right here. Squeeze my knees, see this? And I'm gonna get my elbow down to the ground. So I already have his legs controlled. This takes away a lot of the pressure he can put on me for an armbar. And I'm gonna take my elbow and bring it down. Now, I want to come up to my knees to follow through. I don't wanna stay in this position. So I'm gonna come up. And this is a pretty cool position to end up in. Dog bar, which is like a leg lock. Toe hold. Take the back. He gets me in this armbar. I get my elbow under, coming up to my knees. And if you're just following through, you end up in the side control, maybe even in the mount or the back. Last but not least, the stack. If I get to a position where I can make this rear naked choke defense, I can grab my hands like this, but make this rear naked choke defense. I swim my hand under the knee right here. I'm gonna kick my legs this way. I wanna come up to my knees. Now, when I'm here, I step my leg up behind his butt, and that's gonna help me prevent him from extending his hips. Try and extend your hips. Not as easy. If I'm right here, he's got a lot more space. Try and extend your hips. So that's what I'm doing this for. Now I'm gonna take my elbow out, bring my arm over, and now I have a better chance at passing him when I clear his hips with an underhook. Stack defense. Make my rear naked choke grip. Swim my hand under the thigh. Kick. Step my leg up behind the butt. We like to tell the kids in the gym, kiss the knee. Make them kiss the knee, because if you get their knee to their face, you will easily be able to pull your arm out. Clear over the legs. Now from here, I highly recommend getting an underhook and using that to walk around to side control. You can maintain side control or use the double underhooks to begin taking them back. So those are 3 defenses to the armbar that are very common. You'll find yourself in these situations quite a bit, and I promise you, if you train these and work these, you will increase your armbar defense by tenfold.